All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today we're going to be reading the Global Labs patch notes for April 12th, which is a few days ago, and we have some interesting things to talk about because some of them are pretty huge quality of life things, and this is on the official Global Labs site, and I'm translating this from Korean to English, so I'll try to make it make sense. But every now and then I like to do these kind of videos just to talk about what's coming up in the near future, whether it's a week or two from now. Usually Global Labs is like the test server, and things that happen there move to the live servers within a week or two. And so maybe it might be a good idea to start preparing for everything, but usually it's just interesting to read about all these stuff as well in advance. So yeah, today is a big one. We have some very interesting stuff talking about life skill integration. So basically they're combining all of your life skills into like one account wide one, which I think is a huge thing. So as you guys know, the way it works now is every character has their own life skill levels, and it's just like per character. And in the future they're going to be combining all of this into basically all in one account wide, which I think is amazing. And the things we don't really know too much about is people who are Guru 50, which are like the top of the line people who do life skills, are how much extra XP they're going to be getting past that, because they're going to raise it past Guru 50, assuming you had like multiple characters with very high-end levels. So we'll see how that goes. And they talked about this here, basically saying that Guru 50 is no longer going to be the cap. It's going to be higher, just so like XP doesn't get wasted, essentially. So I think this is a good thing, because every now and then I see people like myself who have multiple characters doing different things. Like I have fishing characters on like two different characters, my main and another dedicated fisher, simply because it's just kind of out of the way to do. Like when I'm AFK, I'd usually go fishing or processing, and it's just overall a good thing to have it on multiple characters at the same time, so that way you don't have to like bring a certain character. So I think there's a lot of good things about having unified life skill levels, which I think is awesome. Next we have, how is this going to work? So the life experience points of all characters in the family are added up. So like, let's say you have two Guru 50 cooking characters, it's going to go past that. And basically they're saying instead of Guru 50, it's going to be a Guru 100. We don't know how that is going to affect the, like, everything so far, like how much is required past Guru 50. We don't know that yet, but you gain like reputation. I think this is just talking about different like XP areas where there are 11 life areas. You get ones. Okay, so calculation on life levels based on like the tiers, like beginner, skilled, professional, artisan, master, and guru. You get more points based on where you're at. And it's basically telling you reducing the repair expansion time for various buildings and before and after changes. I think that's good. And different totals of like various life skills. So overall, I think this is a good thing. We just don't know the specific details on how much XP is getting converted. And they're just making like everything, the effects of your skills unified. So I think that's overall good. All right, what else are they adding? New content, Guild League, basically Guild PvP, Guild versus Guild. That is like small scale, not like sieges and stuff. I remember when this first came out, people were getting like holding the match until a certain time. So like I think things they could do to like quality of life balance it is, you know, one, add a timer to it. And So like the respawn, people are just hiding in their safe zone and then dragging the match out, which is obviously not optimal. And yeah, now that that's changing, I think that's good. The default volumes of instruments, so recently they had a patch where it was not available for non-shies, but then instruments have been added to be able to be used by every class, which I think is good. And then yeah, there's just more stuff. All right, traces, fruits, and essences. For all of you alchemists out there, the second simplification, traces, we all know that, like, you know, everything in game had to have a different color and everything. So for all of you alchemists out there, they're unifying all the like traces into one, I believe, and the essences and fruits. So there's gonna be less things to micromanage, which is always a good thing. This past year, they've been doing a lot of work on unifying a lot of redundant items, like for example, blackstones. It's a lot more beginner friendly. So they're working on alchemist right now, and I think that's just overall good. It's one less thing newer and veteran players have to deal with, and it's just a lot less clutter in the game. So very good. Let's see what's next. They're going to be changing a lot of the quests because some of them give like various fruits and just stuff in general. But now that everything is unified, they have to change everything, quest rewards. And so let's see what's next. The horse racing PvP. It's not really PvP, but it's like competitive racing. Admittedly, I've never done this before. I think they're just removing this, or like they're removing the reward and changing it to something else. So not removing the event, they're just removing the rewards from it and changing it into something different. Admittedly, I've never done it. I've watched a stream of someone doing it exactly one time since it came out, and then that was it. Very cool. Dekia rolled Sulfur Mine, essentially. An icon for the buff that can be obtained has been changed. The Energy of Surging Water. Energy of Surging Water Mareka. Admittedly, I've been planning on doing the Dekia Sulfur Mine grind. Doing like a video, just doing an hour of seeing how it went. But I have not done it yet, so it's good to see that something is going to get changed. Admittedly, I have no idea what this means. But I assume that, like, if I saw there was a unique mechanic where, like, you know, in the Sulfur Mine, the geysers go up. I assume this is what it meant. I don't actually know. But yeah, that's something to look out for in the near future. Surging Water, it's like a buff, I think. Or buff or debuff. I'm not really sure. But anyway, we'll figure that out to be something I want to do this before the change and then after the change, just to show you what's different. Dekia's Ash Forest and Dekia Thornwood. When using the Magic Lighthouse skill, I think that's a Wizard Witch ability. Oh wait, no, Magic Lighthouse. That's a caster skill. The summoning time has been modified so that the only Magic Lighthouse disappears and the summoning time is not reset. Yeah, this is definitely a big thing at Thornwood because I've grinded probably about 100 hours there at Dekia. And you know how there are enemies that spawn right near the towers, right? And it kind of has a delay when you first summon it and versus when you cancel. So the lighthouse disappears and the summoning time is not reset. So yeah, modified so that Varnas is not visible. I think they mean the Barnas if you are English, and this is at Ash Forest. Will not hit in the Ash Forest Dekia Lantern Ground, who is invisible. Admittedly, I've only done probably about 3 hours of Dekia Ash Forest because that place is scary, even if you're really geared. Like, you still have to be more alert at Ash Forest, or Dekia Ash Forest, I should say, than like a lot of other grind spots at that level. So in my opinion, I don't think Dekia Ash Forest is worth it. The drop rate is not good compared to regular. It's not that much better, I should say, and that's coming from people who grinded hundreds, if not thousands, of Dekia Ash Forest hours. So I think the general consensus is that people say just grind regular Ash Forest versus Dekia. So I'm not really sure. I think just if you are playing very alert, then this should be fine, but it's recommended that you do the regular. Request and knowledge. Boss quest. You can get it now. You can get Ataraxian knowledge. And quest is fixed. Very cool. Background, NPCs, effects, and cutscenes. I believe that as long as you just talk to various NPCs, this is fixed in the future. Other vehicles cannot be summoned while on a vehicle, such as a large ship. I never knew that was an issue, but apparently it is, and it's getting fixed. Very cool. The UI of integrated goods has been improved. If like, so this is the current event going on right now. The one where you just like grind and whatnot, grind fish and whatnot, and then you get the items, and it goes into the universal like turn in. It's basically saying if it's weekly completed, it'll say it's complete, which it already does, but I guess they're changing how like the text on it and the color. So essentially it works as intended now. They're just making it more obvious as far as I understand it. Automatically set when no vitality potion or a health potion is placed on the quick slot. Level condition. This has definitely got to be like a beginner thing, because I don't think this is ever an issue even for new players. Okay, well, I don't think anyone ever had a problem with this, but it's getting fixed. Very cool. And the last thing we wanted to talk about are the location. Oh, these are just like things to make the environment look more natural, and they're probably doing it because it's near a quest turn in or something, and that's just like, it's not really bugging it out, but it's just more like an inconvenience. Manor items look more normal. Controller support has been modified. UI for controllers. And the issue where character name color was unnatural when your karma is lower than 1 million has been fixed. I don't really know that many people who are red karma or negative, but I just want to give my take on this. Going negative karma in current state of the game right now is not worth it. Back in the day, it used to be fine, simply because, one, it was character based and not family wide karma, which that helps a lot. Two, back in the day when karma was less relevant, our gear and crystals were not hundreds of billions, if not trillions of silver worth downgrading. Like, our gear was probably like 5 to 10 hours worth of grinding, assuming we downgraded back in the day. Nowadays, if you are red, you are really playing a different game than everyone else. And so the hard truth is, I've been saying this for years, even back when I was like a more or less newish player. I think that the penalties for being a red player or negative karma should be not as strict as it is now. Like, I don't think you should ever downgrade gear. Like, if you downgraded a Pen Black Star and stuff, that's just like, I think most people would quit the game straight up if you downgraded that. I think, yeah, it just really shouldn't be as penalizing as it is right now. So same with naval fame, which is basically ocean if you're sailing. It's the same kind of karma system, but I don't think that one should be as penalizing as it is now either. So yeah, I just think all it really takes is a few people at Pearl Abyss who actually play the game at a pretty high level to realize that these problems are, you know, it's like out of hand. It's rough. Like, I get it. I think there should be a penalty for, like, you know, going red. That makes the game more exciting, and also it prevents, like, griefing to an extent. But the way it is now, it's just really not worth it. That's the hard truth. And yeah, maybe one day they'll make it less intense, but the way they're going with PvP, I don't think so. So yeah, I've been saying this even when I was a new player, and I saw this happen. I always said that it was very, like, it's not good, but it is what it is. But anyway, with that said, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something, got an idea of what's coming out within the next few weeks for content. And yeah, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, drop a quick like on the video. Would love to see you guys come back. Wanted to say thank you again for watching the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Peace.